So previously we have looked for users. So some of you have been reaching out to me one to one and asking me about this. So I just want to give a little more information on users, groups, roles. Let's do that and we'll try to create a table. Okay. So usually to search for users, just type users here on the left navigator under user administration, you can find users. And we have all seen that how to create a new user profile. Okay, just click on this new button. This is the manual way to create a user account
Shreya,
in the ServiceNow.
are you sharing your screen?
Oh, sorry. Is it visible now?
Yes, it is.
Okay, so I'm on my instance. Okay, this is the left navigator. Users information is stored in a table, which is user table. The navigation for user table is under user administration. You'll be finding users. Just give a right click. Sys underscore user. This is the backend name of your user table. And to create a new user account manually in the ServiceNow instance, you can just click on new and just fill the fields. Majorly, we see for user ID, first name, last name, title, department. Okay, just allow me 1 minute. I'll be filling out this information. Okay, user ID, I'll just give it like Shreya-Servicenow. And here, this is a suggestion box where you'll have a list of options to pick. This is a reference field. See, I'm on department table. There is a table called departments. This is also out of the box table. That means this is provided by ServiceNow directly. And what all the department we have here, you can see. If you want to create a new one, you can also do that. Okay. And coming here, I'm just adding some information. Okay, I'm just saving this. So usually whenever we are on a new form, this is a trick. SysID remains to be -1. What is a SysID? As I already mentioned, SysID is a system generated ID, which is of 32-bit characters. That means 16 pairs. Okay, if you just count them, they are almost combination of alphabets and numerics, 32-bit characters, 16 pairs. It accepts 8 to F characters, 0 to 9 digits. Okay, system will generate this. This is unique for each and every record, for each and every field, for each and every table. This SysID is generated by ServiceNow. You don't go and manually edit it or manually update it. You don't have that feasibility to do. You can also understand what is the SysID of this record. Apart from that, just give a right click. Here also you have an option to copy the SysID. Copy SysID. Okay. Just scroll down. You can see, is there any third-party accounts that are registered on your name? Any subscriptions that are running on your particular user account? To reset a password, we already have a set password. As things are very automated, in older versions we used to manually add the password, but we have a generator now which generates a password. You will just copy it to your clippad. Later you like reset the password. Okay, whenever you set the password, this password needs reset will be automatically enabled. And few more things that I want to cover. Logged out. Usually even in our day-to-day activities, we come across this logout message, right? So when someone says that I'm unable to log in, it shows as a logout. Then you have to open that particular user profile from the user table. What are the other ways to open a user table is just with the backend name also you can open it. Sys underscore user. See, sys underscore user. This information you can read it on the URL. Add list to it, list. So I can navigate to the user list. We have 629 users And if you just run a simple filter condition created on today, okay, created on today, just run this. You can see there was only one record that was created. So what are these filter conditions and all? We'll learn it in 1-2 classes. And apart from that, we were discussing about SysID. So I will also copy the SysID, go back to your user table and try to search it with SysID. SysID is and paste the value. And this record belongs to user table. So you have to search it on the user list. You cannot search it on the incident table or a problem table. Okay, see, with that SysID also, I'm able to see my newly created record. After that, if it is logged out, you'll unlock it. Okay, usually when a user or an employee who was working and left the organization, their user information will be stored in user account, right? So for a time being of 6 months or 3 months, it will be there in the database. So at that time, we go and deactivate their account just by setting the active to false and by activating the logout to true. Okay, usually these two acts vice versa. When it is active, this will be inactive. When logged out is true, active will be false. Okay, this is something you have to remember. Coming to roles, what is a role? As we already mentioned, that role defined what type of actions that you do in ServiceNow. We have already seen certain roles. So we also have a dedicated table for storing this roles information that is titled as roles. Under user administration, you can find the roles. So under user administration, this is called a menu. See, when I just collapse it, I don't find any options, but when I expand it, I can see modules. Okay, so how to create these modules and all that also will be talking about it. So the backend name is sys underscore user underscore role and the label name is roles. Okay, and if I just type admin, I can read the what the admin will do. Say the system admin role. This role has the access to all system features, functions, data, regardless of security constraints. Grant this privilege carefully. That means this is one of the most powerful role, and admin can override anything, even ACLs. ACLs is a concept in ServiceNow which is called as access control list, and this ACLs usually like execute based on the rules we carry on our profile, and to restrict that or to have some read access or a write access, you need to have that specified rule what is present on the ACL. But admin can override such functionalities and can edit, update, delete, do whatever such CRUD operation. Okay, so we have list of roles like almost 515 roles. ITIL role is there. These are the few roles that we have to know. C can perform standard actions for an ITIL help desk technician. This is the out of the box technician role. It can open, update, close incidents, not only incident records, but for problem change, configure management items also. He can perform those actions like update, close, and open them. Out of the box, only users with ITIL role can have task assigned to them. That means this is also one of the key role. Usually when you join any organization, either you will be giving ITL role or admin role. Based on your project, they will be assigning those roles and based on your designation. That means what all activities that you are going to work. If it is just a development, you may have ITL. If you need some access on production, they may give you admin. Okay, and ITL admin, this is something different, possesses more privilege than ITL role and intended for team leads. That means someone who is in um, like senior levels or team lead level, they will be having this ITL admin role. This role has the ability to delete incidents, problem, change records, and other related entities. So you can just go and look some more roles in this list. We have 515. Most of them are out of the box, and most of them first, suppose I say report. I think I have given a wrong spelling. So report admin, report global, report group. See what report admin can do, can manage, share, publish, like share the report, publish the report, schedule all reports, can access reports, administration and manage all report related objects. The report admin role inherits all other report roles. That means this one role will have other below roles. So you can also just open that and cross confirm it. See, one role have almost 8 other roles. That means if one role can contain sub roles. When someone asks you, can we have a parent child roles? Yes, definitely. This is the parent role, report underscore admin. The below are the child roles. If you want to add more, you can also do it. If you want to add some other new role to this list, you can also do it just by clicking on the new button. And how many modules are using this? For platform analytics administration is using this particular report admin role. Modules with this role. That means how many modules are somehow related using the role which we are talking about. So that information you can see. Custom tables. Is there a custom table that is somehow using your report admin? That information also you can track it here. So for today, we'll see how to create a role, how to add a sub roles. For few of you, it is already repeated, but still this will be like a revision only for today, as many of you are reaching out to me. And we also have some new participants. So roles. When I type roles under user administration, this is one way to open the roles list. Other way is just type sys underscore user underscore role dot list. So you can just click on this radio button or a UI action button we call. See, 515, 515.
Hi, Shreya.
Hi, sorry,
Shreya, this
someone
is
was
Monica.
calling me.
Shreya, this is Monica.
Yeah, hi
Shreya,
Monica.
I'm sorry to interrupt. కాస్త మెల్లిగా
I
చెప్తారా?
can
లైక్
hear you, I
ఎందుకంటే
can hear
మీరు
you. Can go ahead.
మల్టిపుల్ ఆఫ్ ట్యాబ్స్ ఓపెన్ చేసేసరికి కన్ఫ్యూజ్ అవుతుంది.
Okay, fine. No
థ్యాంక్ యూ.
problem. So I'll go back and I'll give you some more information. Yeah, no problem. Thank you for interrupting me and letting me know. So we are creating the roles. So to create a new role from the instance, you will be redirected to this page, which is sys underscore user underscore role, or you will be navigating from roles under user administration. What is convenient here? For suppose I have a survey admin role. My requirement is to create a survey admin role. I'm just giving the name. What is this elevate privilege? I'll be talking about it little later. Application. That means we are working on the standard application global. So where do you confirm it? You have a globe symbol on the front page and you can see what is application scope. Okay. So this is non-editable field here. So you have to give a description. So create service. Is it okay, Monica?
Yes, Shreya.
Okay. To create survey, to manage the existing service, etc. Okay. So description helps you to understand why this role is been created and all. Who all can access this role. Whatever, you'll have a description and name of the role, everything from your client. You need not to worry. Okay. Duplicate entry. There is already a survey admin role. I'll just give pro admin because there was out of the box rule. Let's check whether the role is created or not. You have a gear icon on the right corner. You can just give a right click. Get this created by updated by. What is this? This is a personalized list. You have a fields that are there on your form. This is the list. So on list, what all fields information you have to see, you can decide. For suppose I don't want to see the class name, so I just keep it to available side. On selected side, what is seen, those details have been displayed on the list. So I just updated few fields now. You can see created by, updated by. These 4 fields are important. So service API. Okay. Let me go and create a new one. Survey. Create new service. So I just gave one description here. Let me try to save it now. Yes. Now our record got created. Previously, there was a match on name field. That means already survey underscore admin role is there in the table. So system doesn't allow you to go and create another one. System feels it's like a duplicate. So just to avoid it, make sure you are giving the proper naming, and your whenever you have a requirement to create a role or a group, you will have this information. Okay, you will not create it on your own. What should be the name, who should be the members of the group, what how many roles a role should contain, all the information you get it. Okay, so here we have created a role, that is fine. And let's go back, and I was using user record. So in this history, I can actually track the information. So I can either go with the list, or even I can go, there was a SysID filter conditions I have applied, right? It was 11 minutes ago. Everything I can track it. See, Shreyansh was my user. I'm just opening his record. I'll just scroll down. So here on roles, usually we can add a role. Okay, that is there, but it is not at all a good practice to add a role in this method. I'm highlighting it. We are just seeing this, but you should never ever add a role from a user profile directly. Then what is a good practice, that also we'll be discussing. Okay, so I just want to add this survey role. See, survey pro admin. Save it. So now you can see this Shreyansh have this role. So, but my manager told me to add some other roles to this. That means this role should have a sub rules. So one role can contain multiple roles. Yes, that is possible in ServiceNow. How the multiple roles are added, that we'll be seeing now. I'm just muting someone here. So just click on edit. If you know already the roles that are specified by your client are there in the system, you can just click on edit. If the roles are not present, you click on new and create them. So here I want to add survey admin role. See, survey admin, survey creator. If you want to select all the 3 roles, just select shift. The highlighted roles are all selected. This is a slash bucket.
Hello, all. Hi, Shreya.
Hi.
Shreya, you're not audible for me. Is the same for everyone, or I'm facing the issue?
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, Shreya, you're audible.
So Mamata, is it for you? I think you can rejoin. Okay, so I have added all the three roles like survey admin, survey creator, survey reader, and will be your available side. This will be your selected side. This particular layout is called as a slash bucket. Okay. Now my survey pro admin will have these three roles. See, now I have modified something on survey admin. Those changes are also reflected here. I can see the total number of roles now on Shreya's profile are 7. Though I have just given one role to him, the sub roles were also added. Again, you may have a question that we have just added 3 roles, then how come 7 roles are there? If you just go and check survey reader, it may have a sub roles, or survey creator may have a sub role, survey admin may have a sub roles. Okay, so one role can contain multiple role. When there is a multi-choice question while answering any certification and all, you can definitely select yes. Okay, see here survey reader has a one role which is client benchmark data viewer, client benchmark data viewer, and survey reader having one role. Survey creator have two roles, which is publication and benchmark again. So coming to Shreyan's profile, the inheritance count. What is this inheritance count? That means this many times this role is been added to this profile. Okay, though the count is 7, but inheritance count tells you how many times that particular role is been there to this user. Okay, so inheritance count will help you with that information. We have two roles here, sorry, publication recipients, client benchmark. See, client benchmark is also coming from server reader. In this way, multiple roles are added to the user profile, but you should never ever add a role to user profile directly unless you have instructions to do this. Okay, in interviews they are also asking you such questions just to test your basics. When someone asks you in interview or in your real-time projects, or there was a scenario to add a role to a user profile, then you have to say no. No, we should never add a role to user profile. Why? Because it is not a good practices. We have certain best practices to follow in ServiceNow, and this is not comes under that particular best practices. Then what is a way to add a role? You have to go with a group. Here, groups are very important. We also have a dedicated table for groups. Just type groups under user administration. You'll be able to see that. Okay, so we have many groups here. Let me show you the total count. We have 48 groups. If I say software, see IT department responsibility for all software requests, including installation and repair. That means this group is responsible for this activities and this group is active. Okay, so likewise you'll search for database, you'll search for hardware, whatever, cab approvals. You have many groups. See, for hardware related requirements, you will be accessing this hardware group. And when I open the group, and this is the backend name of your group table, which is sys underscore user underscore group. Okay, for role sys underscore user underscore role, for user sys underscore user. Okay, and if you just come here, there are 7 group members. That means whenever there is a new role added, or whenever there is like mail is being received to this particular group mail, all the 7 members, including the manager, can take an action. Okay, even if I add a role, all the 7 members profile will be inheriting this role. Okay, that is the advantage of adding a role to a group. That means I have some 50 users who need a survey pro admin role. It is hard for me to open each user profile, add the survey pro admin role. Instead of that, we create a group, we add all these 50 users. You'll have a sys of all these 50 users. It doesn't take more than 1-2 minutes to add them into a group. After adding all your 50 users to a group, you'll title a group name. That means you'll give a group name like survey pro admins, and later you will be adding a role. So let's try it out. And for the existing group also, if you want to add any role, you can just click on edit. Before adding, you may have a question. I'll also just confirm it. I'll just go back. I'll take one user profile. That means I'll take David Dan. You can also test it in your instance. Let's see whether he have any survey roles on his profile. Scroll down. Just come to this roles list. See, 40 roles are there on his profile. Type whatever you want, but before typing, add this shift and 8 will give this hashtag. Okay, this is a string matcher. For example, if I have to search for a word survey, this will help to find the details. See, survey reader is there, but survey creator is not there. Now I'll go and add a survey creator role. Okay, to the hardware group I'm adding, not to the David Dan profile. Okay, just click on edit. I'm adding it to the group. Once again, I'm just helping you with this. So survey creator is my requirement. Select the one role, whatever you want to add, save it. Refresh. See, now all the 7 users will have this role. Just refresh your David profile. So see, survey reader, survey creator. How do I know that survey creator is added from hardware group to the David? For that, just click on gear icon. We have an inheritance map. Okay. So when I just click here on the inheritance map, I can see the count. This is inheritance count. This is an inheritance map. So I want to know the survey creator role is from. Right click. Or you can open it in the same tab. See, this is the user, David. From which group, hardware group, he is getting the target role, which is survey creator. So I can also cross confirm it in this way. And when in real time, I have a colleague called Nikhil. I have a ITL role on my profile. He doesn't have it. That means I'm able to do many activities which Nikhil cannot do on his ServiceNow instance. Then he comes back to me and asks me how you are getting this access. Then I clearly check my profile and I say I have a ITL role which is missing on your profile. Then what Nikhil will do? He will go and take some help of technical team or help desk and ask them to add this ITL role on his profile. Then technical team will ask him which group should we add you to. That means Nikhil has to know the group name here. Then how we will track it? We will track it using inheritance map. I'll just go back to my profile. Then I'll see a inheritance map. I'll open it. I'll say him hardware group is giving me. So you have to be part of hardware group. Then he will raise a group request. He'll be added to the group. What all accesses I have, even Nikhil will have now. He can also access everything in ServiceNow, like what all the operations I was able to do, he'll be able to do. So that is why groups are required to add a role. And this is only considered as a good practice. When someone asks you, how do you add a role to a user? It is from a group. We add a role to a group and we add user to the group. If the role is already present, we directly add the user to the group. Okay, so the existing group we have seen, but now I want to create a new group and I want to have a parent-child relationship. Let's see how it goes. So sys underscore user underscore group dot list. So there were 48 groups or something. Yes. Let's create a new group. The group name is Survey Pro Admin. One group can have a manager. Usually the manager is responsible in adding the users or removing the users. Even if there is a new email that is coming to this particular group, you can also configure your group mail. So manager can either approve that or reject it. So we'll make Shreyansh as a manager to manage survey. And for moment, I'm just giving like survey admin @snow.com. What is Snow? Snow is a nickname of your service now. Okay, save it. So I have created a group. Now I want to add few users like Abel Tutor, Abraham Lincoln, Geo Employee, Andrew. Okay, I want to add them. So Abel, Abraham, Andrew. I want to add Geo, and let's go back and see. Fred also will add. Okay. Now, yes, I'm good. These 5 users should be under survey admin, pro admin group. So I have added them. Now I should go and add survey pro admin role, which we were created. Those are called as a custom roles. This is called as a custom group because these are not provided by ServiceNow as out of the box. We have configured them. Whenever you configure something, you call it as a custom group, custom role, custom user. Okay, now all the 5 users will have this role on their profile. Now I will create another group. So there is a shortcut here. Instead of going back on your group table or searching it on the history, this shortcut works on every table. So the sys ID is generated, but make it -1. You will be on a new record. Okay, just keep the sys ID to -1. You will be on the same table, but on a fresh record. Survey trackers. Okay, there is a group called survey trackers, and we'll make Fred or someone as a manager to this. Or you can select someone like James. Okay, this group is child of survey coordinator. I'm not adding any group mail, but I will add a parent group information. Okay, so here I already have a group which is server pro admins. Okay, save it. See, the role is automatically inherited to the child group. I didn't add the role directly. It was inherited because parent teachers will be inherited to the child. As it happens in general, usually we also have features of our parents like mom or dad. If your father is good at business, most probably you'll also have that business skills. Likewise, we carry certain features from their roots. Likewise, here groups also carry the rules. Coming to group members, let's add 2 or 3 users here. Let's say S. Richmond. Sarla. Okay, I'm good with 3 users. Okay, now the 3 users will have this role added to their profile. Going back to the list. So to go back to the list also, you can just duplicate this tab. Right away, I'll show you the shortcut. So it will be easy for you to use them from the day one. Okay. So I have removed everything that was there on the URL, and I'm just adding underscore and list that will redirect me to the group list. Okay. So now 50. Previously it was 48. That means we have created two groups. If you want to confirm it on the list, just run this filter condition created on today. Okay. Now, if you open this survey pro admins. Okay. See, I have a group members of 5. Survey trackers. I have 3. Now for this, I am going to add one more role. For trackers, I'm adding it ITIL. Save it. Refresh. On your pro admins, you can cross check, is there any change? See, there is only one role which we were added while creating it, but it have a child information. You can see the survey trackers, this group is a child of survey pro admins. And coming to survey tracker, it has 2 roles which I have added now and 3 group members. Now, if I want to delete my survey pro admins, is it possible or not? Let's see. Okay, usually deletion is not a good practice. Again, there are scenarios that you don't need a group. Okay, let's try to delete it. Deleting this record will result in automatic deletion of the following related records on group role. So see, I was able to delete a survey pro admins. If I just go back to survey trackers now, it have only one role. The role that was inherited from parent is no more available on the child, and the parent information is also missing. Previously, it used to show us survey pro admins. Okay, now that information is missing on the child group. Child group is functioning normally, but I have deleted a pro admins group. I'll also recover it back. Before doing that, if I don't want survey trackers also, what do? I just come here on the list. There is a field called active field that tells whether this group is live or not. That means this group is active or not. If I don't want this group to be active, I simply set it to false. Just by clicking here, you can make it false. It have only 2 options, true or false. Active field will have yes or no. Okay, I make it false. What happens if there is a user? Let's go to user table and let's take some user here. Anthony. Okay, I'll open this user. He somehow comes to me and asks that I need to be part of survey trackers. I just come here and I'll see he's just part of one group which is open space, but he needs to be part of survey trackers. I'll just click on edit button because already the group is there, he told me. Survey trackers. So save it. Maybe the group was active, I guess. That's the reason he been added. Okay, I'll do one thing. This is the header banner. Just give a right click, go to configure and form layout. All these concepts are yet to be discussed. I'll be doing it in 1-2 days. Okay, we'll get active field on the form. We are customizing the field that is there on our available list. This is for aligning the field on the form. Okay, it is inactive, but a user was added to this group. But in real time, what happens? See, there will be a slight difference as I told you. So when the group name is inactive, it doesn't show up on the list. Okay. But as things are getting more automated, the group name is available in the list, but user cannot use this group for any operations as we set it to active false. Okay, he is part of the two groups, but if I just open the group, I can see it is active false clearly. Okay, until unless I activate it, he cannot do certain operations. Okay, he'll not have this role access also as the group is inactivated. Okay, so this is the best way to inactivate the group instead of deleting it from the group list. Okay, now we'll see how to recover this group which was deleted. So for recovering something, we have a deleted records. So this is a audit table for all the deletion operations we do in ServiceNow. This audit delete. So I'm just applying a sort. We have a two types of sort. I'm applying Z2A. Z2A will give me what they say, latest information on the top. If you see survey pro admins, I'll just give show matching. That means it will add a filter condition now. See, display value equal to this. Just open this. It is on sys user group table. You have a button called undelete with record. See, it is on group table. The name is survey pro admins. The record was deleted at this time. The document key of this record is this, and this is a payload. Payload is nothing but the information about your particular group. See, who were the users, like manager, what is the sys of your Shreyansh. So he's the manager of the group. Survey pro admin was the name. I can read everything here, and the sys of the group is this. Okay, so likewise, I can see some details under payload, and this payload is using XML language. XML is a extensible markup language which is supported in JavaScript. So JavaScript related notations we are using here. So XML is also can be used. Okay, and every data whatever we create, services like converts that into XML. Now to undelete it, just click on undelete with record. And are you sure you want to undelete this record and all related changes? You can type. If it is yes, you will give yes. If it is no, you will give no. Close it. See, the group was recovered. If you just go back to your history groups, if you run a simple query condition created on today, see survey pro admins, including with the role, all the 5 users, and the child information is also back. And if you open your child group now, it has a parent information and a parent role. You can also activate this group now. Is it clear, guys? So one parent group can have multiple child groups, and the roles that are there on your parent group will be inherited to the child groups. And coming here, the group numbers would not be inherited because parent have a different purpose, child have a different purpose. So based on that, we add the users, right? So system never add users from your parent to child or child to parent. That is not seen. Okay, but roles have been inherited. So when someone says I need a survey track, like survey admin role, but I don't want to be part of survey pro admins, then in that case, we go and create a new group. We add a parent-child relationship with survey pro admins, and we add that role. We add that user. Okay, so these are the best practices that you have to follow. And coming to this, we'll discuss something about theory? Even now you feel I'm quick? Hello?
Shreya?
Or yeah, Monica or someone was asking me to slow down, right? Is it fine now?
Yes, Shreya.
Yeah, thank you. I'll just
Shreya,
open.
depending on the role we are doing, development or admin or whatever work
Yes.
is
So
different.
in real time also your project will give you the roles. You need not to worry on that part. Okay. Depending on your day-to-day responsibilities, your manager or your lead will be providing you the roles. So your account will be activated by them. Your roles are provided by them. First, suppose you have joined a project called Wipro, and there is some financial project running in a company called Wipro. You join the team. Okay. You just have a user account, but you don't have access to do anything. Then you can check with your colleagues or check with your manager. They'll ask you to raise a request. There will be certain requests like add user to assignment group. So when you just submit it, you will be added to the group. Okay.
Okay.
So
And one more question, Shreya.
mhm.
The dev ID is different and sys ID is different. Am I right?
Dev ID, I don't have a dev ID, right? Where do we have that?
Instance ID.
Dev, that is a name. That is not a ID.
Okay. Is
Okay.
it common to the user or it will vary depending on the role system ID we are creating?
This ID will be created. We don't create it manually. Okay. It is created by ServiceNow. Okay.
Okay.
You will never ever create any sys that is not your duty to create. It's a duty by ServiceNow to do that. Okay. Whenever you are creating new field, new role, new group, let it be anything. Even it's a minute change if you are creating, okay, which is not there in the system will create a system ID. You have nothing to do with that. Only while tracking that particular record, if you need it, you go and use the sys ID.
Okay.
Okay. And coming to domain ID, if you are working for a project called Wipro, everything will be under Wipro domain name. Okay. This instance URLs, everything will be configured when there is a discussion of project itself. So you need not to worry on that.
Okay. Okay, Shreya.
Okay. Yeah.
Shreya,
Yes.
హలో. ఇప్పుడు
Yes.
మనకి అడ్మిన్ మన రెస్పాన్సిబిలిటీస్ ఏంటి? మామూలుగా అడ్మిన్ ఐడీస్ క్రియేట్ చేయాలా లేకపోతే ఏంటి? అడ్మిన్ మనకి ఏ వర్క్ ఉంటుంది?
Admin,
లైక్
see, as admin, when I talk about this particular concept, okay, if someone comes to you asking that my account is inactive or logged out, you have to cross check.
బ్లాక్,
If
యా,
okay, there are multiple
ఓకే,
things. Okay, if someone asks you whether I have this role on my profile, you'll go to that user record and see if the user have this role. If the user is not having, you'll ask him to get that group name from your manager and raise a request. Okay, there will be certain steps to do that, so you'll be guiding them. So these are simple
ఓకే,
activities. Apart from that, we have a 3-4 instances like dev instance, test instance, UAT instance, and production instance. Okay, so I'll be talking about each one of them. So when someone says there is a group called Survey Pro admins on dev, I need it on production. So you will not go and create a new group in production. You will migrate these changes. How we do that? Using some other topics like update sets or import and export of XMLs. So we are not yet to those topics. Okay, so don't
ఓకే.
worry, I'll be giving. Sorry.
మన టికెట్స్ వస్తాయి కదా, మనకి ఏమైనా అసైన్ చేయాలా ఇంకా వేరే వాళ్ళకి? మనకి అడ్మిన్ అంటే వేరే వాళ్ళకి ఐటీ వాళ్ళకి ఏమైనా అసైన్ చేయాలా లేకపోతే ఏంటి అడ్మిన్స్ లో?
See, admin is not like that. Admin will give you accesses to many features that are there. You don't be like someone who you will be assigning the tickets. Okay.
ఓకే,
If you receive a ticket, if you are working for a network related area, if you receive a ticket, you
ఓకే,
have to resolve it. You have to provide a solution.
ఓకే,
Okay, you will check what is wrong with the network group. If it is with IP address, what is where is a glitch that is causing the user not to access a record. Like this, you will do some investigation. You will find a solution.
ఓకే,
You will help the user. You will, if you are having an admin role, doesn't mean you are a team lead or something. Okay.
ఓకే.
Yeah.
డెవలప్మెంట్ వచ్చాక మనకి రెస్పాన్సిబిలిటీస్ ఏమంటాయి? వర్క్ ఎలాగుంటది?
See,
లైక్
Vinith, one thing, if I cover all the topics, I can give you more information, right? Most
Okay.
of them are also very new, right? Even you are also
Yeah.
new. If I tell you
Yeah.
something, you may be scared. Okay, everything is very simple. You need not to panic about it. But before discussing all this, definitely I'll have a 1-2 class for day-to-day responsibilities we undertake under admin, we undertake under development. I'll also take these classes. At that time, I'll cover all these points.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. One minute, guys. I'm opening because see, I don't want to scare anyone here. That's the reason I don't jump into the topics which I haven't provided any information. So I have given a theory here who are users. See, users are individuals who use ServiceNow within an organization. The system admin has the authority. See, only the system admin will be able to do that. And if you talk about this particular admin, particular PDI, system admin is the what they say, the current logged in user. And if you just go to his profile from here, just give a right click on this 3 lines. It is called as a context item. Just if you see, the view is self-service and there are very limited fields. While creating a user record, we had a more fields, right? To see all those fields, you have to change the view to default. Okay, so here you can see the user ID for admin is admin and the roles user have is a admin role. Okay, you can just cross confirm it from here. See, admin, and it is not inherited. There is no inheritance count in inheritance map. It is directly provided. So to do or to learn most of the things, admin role is required, right? That's the reason PDI offer you this role. Create a new user, browse through the list of existing user. Okay, you can do these activities which we have discussed in today's class. And what are the user table, group table, role table? Just try to remember at least 3-4 tables names. That helps you when you start working in real time. And coming to groups, a group is a set of users who shares a common purpose. As I told you, network group will have all the users who are good at networking, and database group will have all the users who know database commands or queries. Okay, so people who have the common skill set are set into a group and we will be given them a group name, group role. Okay, group may perform tasks. So for example, we have a help desk team. What they do, they will help us in raising a new request and getting it approved. If the approval manager is on leave, they'll ask you to get a mail from the approvals manager. They'll provide you this manager name and email address. So the such things you can get it from technical help desk team. So likewise, you will have all the information. See, receiving email notification. We have a group email, and so group members who are part of that particular group can actually approve or reject the notifications. And performing work order task. Groups are a shortcut way of assigning role to users. This point is a important point to remember. Coming to the backend name is this roles. Role is a position grants to someone in organization to perform specific task or functionality. Role control access to features, capabilities in application and modules. The admin role provides access to all the features and capabilities. The name is sys_user_role. Okay, so here I have given some activity to do. You can also just perform this on your user, like on your PDI, and let me know if you have any questions. And here few roles information I have given. This is for your reference or something you can use. What is a end user? This I'll discuss now and close it. So end user is a user who doesn't have any role on their profile. Okay, so for this, tomorrow I'll show you some live example. What all access a end user can do, what all access an ITL user can do. I will show it in live. Okay, custom roles. So what is a custom role? The role which we create, which is not given by ServiceNow, are called as a custom roles. So some of the existing rules information. See, business rule admin can work on business rules. So likewise, we have a list of roles that I have given. You can also go through this theory. I'll share these notes. Is it okay? Or you have any other questions? Please practice whatever we have discussed. If you have any questions, ping me on WhatsApp if I'm not responding immediately, but definitely I'll reply to you. If needed, we'll also connect one-to-one, or we can also extend our class for 5-10 minutes and discuss those queries.
Hi Shreya, there is one question that I wanted to ask.
Hi.
So when assigning the roles, we mostly avoid assigning roles through groups, right? Because groups will be like when we message
No, we
people.
only
Yeah.
assign the roles to groups.
Okay.
We
So
only
but
assign the roles from groups. We will not avoid.
so what if a certain individual wants a certain particular role, then we have to do it individually, right? So for particular user, for particular.
Then in that case, you will check with your manager.
Okay.
You will check with your leadership, saying that this user is asking for this role, but this role is not part of any group.
Okay.
Do I create a new group and add this role and add the user? Or can I add the role directly to the user profile? You will double confirm it with your management and do this. Okay.
Sure.
So
Okay.
as per their instructions, you will add the role.
Okay. Okay. Sure. Thank you. That was the only question.
Yeah. Sure, no problem. I don't want much information in the day 1 or day 2. We will be learning more things. But at the same time, if someone have any questions on creating PDI, also please reach out to me. Having PDI is more important. Working on PDI helps you to gain hands-on knowledge. This is almost equal to 90% activities which we do in our real time. And this PDI is free of cost, guys. Just go and create one with your active mail address, validate it, start using it from day 1. Try to create a user record, try to create a role record, try to create a group, add a user to group, add a role to group, try to create a parent-child groups, try to delete a group and retrieve it back. Do all these activities. It will be interesting for you. At the same time, you'll also be learning some more concepts. Okay, while doing, you may come across some questions. You can also note down those questions and come back to me tomorrow.
Sure, Shreya. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you all. Let's connect tomorrow at 8. Okay.
Okay, Shreya.